Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shati from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And I'm going to call this Sometimes It's Your Own People. And this was inspired by quite a few videos that I saw on TikTok in response to the whole incident happening on Maui. And one name that has come up quite frequently is Oprah Winfrey. Now, we all know that Oprah Winfrey has this image of being the, how do I word this? Oprah Winfrey is put up and has the image of the woman that every so-called black woman should look up to. She seems to be that woman that even for other nations of people should model themselves after, because she was poor. She so pulled herself up through the ranks. Now she has her own show, her own company. She owns lots of real estate. She has all these philanthropy things going on, so on and so forth. Okay, Oprah is propped up as a person who not only her people, but many other people should model themselves after. However, we all know in this world that there's a certain level of success that when people get to this level, there's a certain price that needs to be paid, and it comes at the sacrifice of your own integrity. And see, this is why the scripture says, is it in Matthew 15? Matthew 16 and 26. For what is it man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Okay. Now, we all know Oprah Winfrey has completely sold out. All right. She has done absolutely nothing to help her people. Our current status is more than enough proof that Oprah is not for her people. Okay. And if Oprah was for her people, trust me, she would not be able to obtain the type of power and influence that she has in the world if she was truly trying to help her people. Now, why do I say all this? I say all this because as far as it pertains to this situation going on in Maui, everybody's saying that it just so happens that much of this land got destroyed, but as soon as it got to Oprah's, this fire just magically stopped. Okay? And everybody's noticing that it just so happens that Oprah is one of the few individuals who's able to get some aid out to the people, because if you haven't been paying attention to Maui, all attempts and efforts to aid the people there that are outside FEMA and the Red Cross have been completely rejected and put on hold. Okay, so the only aid that can go in there is the aid that the American government wants to have put in there. And so now we have a situation where Oprah is making herself look good. And now the word has come out that, along with her so-called humanitarian and philanthropy efforts, she wants to buy up more land in that area, which just so conveniently happens to be burned up and happens to be surrounded by her, coincidentally, 800-acre land, or estate, I should say. See, there's too many things that make this situation with Oprah very skeptical. And there's only one clear explanation from it. As I mentioned earlier, Oprah Winfrey has completely sold out. And it's like I said, sometimes it's your own people, okay? Many of our people have the mentality of, I'm just going to go along to get along, because I don't want any type of drama. I don't want any drama. I don't want to feel any type of persecution or backlash. And Oprah Winfrey fits that. Okay? Especially now since she's a billionaire. She ain't trying to give up all that money. And see, our people, we have a long-standing track record of Samboism. And a good story about this is, of course, in the book of the Maccabees. All right, when we go to, I think it starts at, was it 13? It starts at 13? Nope. 11. First Maccabees 1 and 11. It says, in those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen. Let's just go along to get along. Why? That are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. See, many of our people, as I mentioned before, want to go along to get along because they're actually scared of doing the right thing. They do not have the faith or the moral integrity to fight for what is right. They rather be accepted in wickedness than be hated in love. All right, as the scripture clearly tells us, let me put it on pause and find it real quick. All right, Proverbs 16 and 8. It says, better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. Okay? It's better that you have little or have nothing, but you be of a person that's of upright character, all right, than to have many riches, all right, all the fame, all the prestige, all the accolades in the world, but you just be wicked as hell. But many of our people do not subscribe to this mentality. As I mentioned before, they rather just go along to get along because they can't stand the fact that they might actually have to fight for what's right. Okay. And then it says, uh, what's that other part? Let me put it on pause and find it real quick. Okay, I finally found it. Okay. This is a good story of wicked men, okay, who just want to go along to get along. This is First Maccabees 7:1. It says, in the 101 and 15th year, Demetrius, the son of Seleucus, departed from Rome and came up with a few men unto a city of the seacoast and reigned there. And as he entered into the palace of his ancestors, so it was that his forces had taken Antiochus and Lysias to bring them unto him. Wherefore, when he knew it, he said, let me not see their faces. So his host slew them. Now when Demetrius was set upon the throne of his kingdom, there came unto him all the wicked and ungodly men of Israel. Wait a minute. Let's go back to that first Maccabees 1:11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, all the other ungodly, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. Okay. So it says, let me read that again. So his host slew them. Now, when Demetrius was set upon the throne of his kingdom, there came unto him all the wicked and ungodly men of Israel, having Alcimus, who was desirous to be high priest, for their captain. And they accused the people of the king, saying, Judas and his brethren have slain all thy friends and driven us out of our own land. It says, now therefore send some man whom thou trust, and let him go and see what havoc he hath made amongst us and in the king's land, and let him punish them with all them that aid them. The king chose Bacchides, a friend of the king, who ruled beyond the flood and was a great man in the kingdom and faithful to the king. All right. And the story goes on. But basically, you have here two super wicked ass Israelites. All right. Bacchides and Alcimus. One wanted power and position as far as the high priesthood. And then you had another one that just wanted to kill Israelites, just doing the will of the king. Two wicked ass niggas that just wanted to go along to get along. All right. And you got Oprah Winfrey, who's doing the same thing. She's going along to get along. All right. She's made a covenant with bad Uncle Esau. And now, due to these unexplained fire phenomena, we'll just call it that, guess what? Now Oprah gets to benefit off the tragedy of the nation of Japhet. Oprah, as well as many other people, are just like their father, the devil, profiting off of ill-gotten gain. But see, we're coming into the time where the Lord is about to take all these things away. And the Lord will take it all away. Because as the scripture says, That might be too many words. What is in the beginning? Let me do I think one is establish. Let me do iniquity. Yep. Habakkuk 2 and 12. It says, woe to them that buildeth a town with bloodshed. All right. Because we all know that this is not an ordinary fire. We'll just leave it at that. Okay. And in this non-ordinary fire, many people were put in the spirit world, especially children, because they were told that school was canceled and they could stay home. So you got all these children home with a babysitter, a parent, a relative, or somebody, and this non-traditional fire breaks out and it basically burns them all up. All right. As soon as that one drop of blood, that spirit, that one soul that left the body and went to the spirit world, as soon as they did that, it was on. Okay. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity. Because the whole reason they're doing this is so they can get that land, just like Oprah. Okay. Get that land, make it a smart city, and basically make it like a country club for the who's who and the elite. Or they have that land for their own personal use. See, it says, woe to them, meaning the Lord said destruction and miseries. All right, so the Lord is saying, if you establish a city like this, the Lord's like, hey, I got to destroy you. So the Lord's going to take all that away. So all the dirt and wickedness that our sellout people, in this instance, Oprah Winfrey, have done, it's going to all be for naught because the Lord is going to take it away. All right. Just like he's taking away bad Uncle Esau's kingdom. All right. And since you're joined with this devil, the Lord's just going to take it away along with him and along with you. So that's all I want to say on this. I hope you all were edified. Till the next time, we're going to say shalom.